When he sat up and had a good look, he could see the big bull walking around a bend. It recognized the truck and snorted, starting a gallop for a head-on collision. Tomek turned right, up a short hillside out of the bull's path. He flinched as a laser shot hit his door above the glass, burning a hole through the metal. He glanced at the man in black, now mounting a robust-looking electric hovercycle with muted and varying shades of green that blended with the vegetation. It was clearly a machine not of this backwards planet. Tomek recognized it as a model manufactured on the planet Regalia that could fly only half a meter off the ground. As Tomek reached the top of the hill, he saw the hovercycle turn up the hill after him, merging in front of the bull. The bull noticed the hovercycle with a bellow and accelerated. The cyclist glanced at the rear-view screen on his handlebars and accelerated more. Tomek veered northerly, across some more rugged terrain where aiming lasers while dodging boulders and trees would be difficult. The truck bounced along, weaving at high speed, requiring Tomek to devote all of his attention to the front. Spree unlatched one of her seat harness buckles so she could twist her neck and shoulders around enough to watch the scene behind them.
"The bull seems to be determined to catch that man on the flying machine,"
she said. The bull suddenly bellowed in rage, but the noisy galloping continued uninterrupted.
"I think the man shot the bull in the mouth,"
Spree said. Tomek saw clumps of trees and rocks ahead to the left, making a narrow alley towards the north. "How close is the bull to the cyclist?" Tomek asked. He veered right, then left to avoid a large hole and heard Spree's head knock against the glass. "Sorry," he said.
"The bull is really close to the rider, and the rider is kind of close to us," said
Spree. Tomek slowed and made a tight turn between a bank of trees and some high rocks, and then found himself going down a formation vaguely resembling a staircase. "What did they do?" Tomek asked.
"The rider continued straight and—"
There was a loud pop, and the truck skidded into a tree while Spree shrieked. "Get out and hide," Tomek commanded. He looked back to glimpse the bull continuing past straight after the rider. He opened his own door and jumped out. Spree could only open her door part way but managed to squirm out. Spree joined Tomek as he jogged to the mouth of their staircase alley. "I sure wish I brought my laser sidearm today," Tomek said. "I think I will be carrying it every day from now on."
"Is that the gun in your bottom drawer that looks like the rider's gun, with no hole for the bullets to come out?"
Spree asked. "Yeah," said Tomek. "Have you been snooping in my room again?" They arrived at the mouth and looked. The cyclist and the bull were already out of sight, but they could still hear the bull running. "I should have brought my helmet too," Tomek said, as he tried to visually follow the bull's path of broken plants.
"I'll return the gun to the drawer as soon as I get back," Spree said.
Tomek whirled toward her and stared her in the eyes. "That's dangerous. It's not a toy," he said. Spree folded her arms.
"I borrowed it last week as a prank. It was before yesterday when I promised to behave to show my underappreciated love. I'll put it back," she said firmly. Tomek smirked and jogged back to the truck. At the truck, he examined the rear passenger tire. It was flat, and he found a melted mark where the hole was. The other human must have hit it with a laser. "Spree, please, find a hiding spot in the bushes somewhere while I change the tire," Tomek begged. Spree took her journal and pen out of her pocket as she often did and stepped through the bushes and out of sight. "He might come back. I don't want you hurt," Tomek said. Tomek found a candidate rock and set it next to the rear axle, ready to slide under it once he raised the vehicle. He pulled the jack from the tool chest in front of the vehicle and began working.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.